Hi, this demonstration gives a very quick overview of the new features in Where You're Gonna Be in July 2008, and we have more detailed videos explaining each of these features. But basically a big focus for this release is really integration with other systems, and in this demo I'm going to show exporting data to 3 different systems and importing data from 3 different systems. So to start with, let's look at some of the export options. If I click on this activity here and we go and look at the details of it, you can see down here that there are some new options to say update Facebook and update Twitter. So here my message is I'm working on screencasts, and then when this activity began, which was at 8:30 PM just a little while ago, this automatically set my Facebook status to say Peter is working on screencasts for the new release at Spatial Networking Global Headquarters, and then it will automatically set my status back to what it was when that activity ends. And then similarly with Twitter, you can see down here that it set that same message out to Twitter, so you can configure the system to do all of that. So let's go back. You notice that I only have one activity created here now. I deleted a number of other things out of the system, but a big focus was to be able to bring in data from different external systems. So TripIt is an excellent system for managing travel itineraries. Here you can see 3 trips coming up, 2 trips, and a lot of flight details here. And so obviously it would be great if we could bring all of this into Where You're Gonna Be. This was created just from an email. Here we have Google Calendar, and you can see I've set up several meetings, several appointments in the next few days here. If I click on this one, meeting with Eric here, you can see 2 important things for Where You're Gonna Be. There's an address and there's the text WYGB, which tells us that we should import that into Where You're Gonna Be. And the other events are set up similarly. And then a third system that we can bring data in from is Doppler, which is a system geared to frequent travellers focused on future travel plans. And so again, you can see I've set up 4 trips here. So let's go back to Where You're Gonna Be, and now just by relogging into Where You're Gonna Be, once you've set up all these connections, it will basically look out and bring in data from all of those external systems. And it's probably still running because it's a long running thing there. But now we can see that all of those things have been imported, and that was quite a lot in one go. So back, if we look here, you can see that was the one I created within Where You're Gonna Be. This one was created in Google, that meeting we saw with Eric there. And then let's just look a little further down. There's one here that was created in TripIt. And so a nice thing with this is that you can click on the link here and it takes you to the relevant page in TripIt, so you can see the full travel information there. And then if you look at this one, this is kind of interesting because this was basically initially created in Doppler, and then we also found information for the trip in TripIt, so that was combined into the same activity, so it's quite intelligent that way. And again, we have links back to Doppler. So really, this gives you very nice integration with these external systems and the ability to just automatically create data without having to specifically create it. And then the final feature I'll show you is that we now have the ability to subscribe to Where You're Gonna Be with an iCal feed. And you can see this data was before we imported all of that, and now that I refresh, I can see more information about my trips here. So if I look at this one from Vancouver here, it says it will be in Vancouver from July the 22nd to the 25th, and lists the friends that I'll be close to. So it pulls useful information out of Where You're Gonna Be. This number 10 here is basically telling you that there are 10 friends close by. So anyway, so that's a quick summary showing the rich import and export capabilities that we've added in the new release. We've also done a lot of work behind the scenes to really update the way that we calculate interactions and decide what's interesting to you, and we think you'll see some big improvements in that area. So anyway, please check out the more detailed videos if you're interested, and as always we welcome your feedback on the new release.